We are living in some perilous times. And if we're not, then I cannot imagine what perilous times are going to be like. We must be living in perilous times right now. According to Scripture, the last days will be characterized by perilous times, with increasing wickedness, people turning away from God, and various signs like wars, famines, and earthquakes, culminating in the return of Yahshua HaMashiach. The Bible describes the last days as perilous times in 2 Timothy 3:1. So 2 Timothy 3:1 verse 1 says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." Verse 2 says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy." And verse 3 says, "Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontented, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yah, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away." That's 2 Timothy 3, verses 1 through 5. We're living in some perilous times. Tell me that didn't describe a lot of people that you know. Tell me 2 Timothy 3, verses 1 through 5 did not describe how some people are today. This article that I read just made me want to go to Scripture. Let me go and fetch it right quick. I'll be right back.
BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. This belief is gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attacking real enemies, strategy that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get your tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or be fiction. Dialogue to begin to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting and talking like an arrow. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow.
An Illinois mother files a civil rights complaint. She says her daughter was nearly forced to change in front of a trans student. Nicole, Georgia, filed a complaint with the Department of Justice, and it was referred to the Education Department. She claimed that the school administrators attempted to force her 13-year-old daughter to change in front of a transgender student in the girls' locker room just last month. Nicole Georges revealed the complaint during a Board of Education meeting for Deerfield Public School District 109, claiming that the incident took place last month after her daughter refused to change into her uniform during physical education because a biological male student was present at the time. The girls want their locker rooms and bathrooms back. They want their privacy back. This is why I'm here tonight. My 13-year-old daughter's well-being, mental health, and privacy are at stake, Georges said during her speech at the board meeting. According to Georges, her daughter was frightened and extremely upset when on February 5th, she was using the girls' bathroom and noticed that a transgender student was also using the facilities at the same time. She was told by the administration that a student can use the bathroom as well as a female locker room because now they identify as female, Georgia said of the explanation administrators allegedly provided to her daughter. Georges then raised the issue to the school's administration, noting to them that she believed it was a direct violation of President Donald Trump's Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports executive order. She said in her speech that the administration informed her that under the direction of their legal counsel, the student was free to use both the girls' bathroom and the girls' locker room. That day, says Mrs. What's her name again? Miss Georges. That day, I filed a civil rights complaint on behalf of my daughter with the Department of Justice. It has now been referred to the Department of Education. A federal complaint has been filed with the district to protect the students. Big ups to her. Big ups to her. I hope she wins. I hope she win the case. And I agree with keeping men out of sports. I said over and over again, I don't care if you think you are a man. I mean, men. To these men that think they're women, you are not a woman. Biologically, you're not. Physically, you're not. Mentally, you're not. You may think you are a woman mentally, but that's the devil in you. That's Satan himself making you think something that you're not. In my opinion. Allegedly. Let me go back and say, she said that day, I filed a civil rights complaint on behalf of my daughter with the Department of Justice. It has now been referred to the Department of Education. A federal complaint has been filed with the district to protect students. Georgia said the situation worsened when days later her daughter and other classmates refused to change into her uniform during physical education because the transgender student was present. She claimed that the following day, school administrators pulled the girls aside and later made them change into uniform. That day, Assistant Superintendent for Student Services Joanna Ford, Assistant Principal Kathy Van Treese, and multiple teachers all came into the girls' locker room, making them change into uniform. This went on all week, she said, adding that her daughter still refuses to take part. Shout out to her daughter. Shout out to her daughter. In a statement to Fox News Digital, Deerfield Public Schools District 109 said that no student is required to change in front of others in the locker room and added that the school's policies align with state law. District 109 is committed to providing a learning environment where all students and staff are respected and supported. Our policies and procedures, including student use of locker rooms, align with state laws, the Illinois School Code, and Illinois State Board of Education guidance. No student is required to change into a gym uniform for physical education class in front of others in locker rooms. All students in middle schools have multiple options to change in a private location if they wish. As part of Georgia's speech, she demanded the district move forward with designating facilities for biological males and biological females. Georgia appears on America Reports last week. She appeared on America Reports when she expressed her biggest concern regarding the situation. This sets such a dangerous precedent for girls everywhere by allowing men into safe places. My biggest concern is that an adult biological male that hasn't transitioned can freely access women's bathrooms and locker rooms, putting their safety and privacy at risk. This is common sense. Whether he transitioned or not,